Fifthly, be productive in your Christian living. It's there in verse 16 of Ephesians chapter 5. Make the best use of the time because the days are evil. And the word time there is not the time on a calendar. It's not the time on a clock. It's time in the sense of an occasion, an opportunity, a season. And so he's saying there, make the best of the season of your life. Make the best of the opportunities you have in life. I like King David when he wrote in Psalm 89 verse 47, where King David was reflecting on the pains in his own life, the pains caused by his own wrong, stupidity and foolish, sinful behaviour. And he said, he talked to God and he said, remember how short my time is, Lord. You know, it's only since I've got past the age of 50 that I am beginning to realise I don't actually have that much more time left. None of us like talking about that, do we? Time is short. When I was 20 in my foolishness, I thought I had forever to accomplish what had to be accomplished. Now at the age of 56, I realise, as the doctor tells me my high blood pressure and my high cholesterol and my high stupidity levels are threatening on my life, and I am at a high risk of a stroke and a heart attack. My time should be numbered. And beloved, that's Paul's point here. Count your days. Count your time. Count your opportunities. Count the events of your life. And obviously, in context, he's primarily talking about evangelism. But he's also talking about spiritual productivity. Christians who achieve much for the Lord are those who have mastered their time, their energy, and their resources for Christ. Unrealized or uncompleted ambitions and projects for God usually result from the death of personal commitment. At some point, for various reasons, the Christian simply gave up the mission, and so nothing gets completed or fulfilled. And I want to encourage you, as a man who thinks upon himself as a piece of ragwort. For those of you who don't know ragwort, it's a little green weed that grows in our farms with a lovely yellow flower. And you can almost not kill it. When a seed is planted, a ragwort flower drops and the seed drops in the ground, you have to kill that seed for 8 years running before that final little bit of seed will stop existing. I wish for all of you to be spiritual ragwort, that you will not give up easy, that you will fight for Jesus Christ with His grace, with His strength, but more with His purpose, with His will, with His pleasure, and with His determination. That you will not give up, no matter how disheartening things become, no matter how many crazy people attack you and accuse you and call you all sorts of things. Don't ever give up for Jesus Christ. Your reward will be forever in heaven. You'll be blessed beyond your wildest dreams, but don't ever give up. And that's why Ephesians 2 verse 10, we studied weeks ago, says, for we believers in Jesus Christ are His workmanship, created in Christ for good works, which God prepared that we should walk in them. Oh, my friend, do you realize today what good work God has for you to do this week? And this is something we Christians should do every Sunday, is stop and pause and say, what has God already planned for me to accomplish for Him this week? And determine intentionally to fulfill those purposes which He has planned for us. Or do we sit down with our barbecue and a movie on a Sunday night and go, oh, not work tomorrow? Oh, I understand that feeling, and I'm the boss. My friend, realize God has a purpose for your life. Your life should never be boring, should never be dull, it should never be uneventful. If you are living for His purpose, for His glory, to fulfill His will, for His pleasure.